If doing too much was a person, I bet this is what they would say. Shake my hand. And I'm saying that out loud. Okay?
Because we in these hot ass Texas streets, honey. Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now. And the only thing hot about him is that he is a hot ass mess, honey. So yes.
I don't even know why people are egging this on. And that's how she's becoming more and more popular, is because people are rejoicing in the disturbing things that she has been going around saying. She has already called for Elon Musk to be taken out. Said by her birthday she would like for him to be taken out. She is saying this about Governor Greg Abbott, who we all know is in a wheelchair. Because he was in an accident years ago that left him paralyzed from the waist down. And to say we got Governor Hot Wheels down there, come on now. And that's the only thing hot about him, is that he's a hot mess. Honey, that's not appropriate. And I want to show you what Governor Gavin why did I say Gavin? Governor Greg Abbott had to say about Jasmine's remarks. But before we get there, I would like to show you what Jasmine Crockett's own party has to say about her remarks. Because what Jasmine Crockett is forgetting is she represents her constituents. And some people don't agree with this nasty behavior. Okay? This is nasty work, as my mom has been saying lately. I don't know why she's been saying that, but it's been hilarious. Every time I hear her say that, it's funny to me. So, nasty work from Jasmine Crockett. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and look at what a young woman had to say. Now, before we get there, I'm going to let you guys know this young woman also is rude and has some nasty work tendencies when it comes to her rhetoric, clearly by what she's about to say. But she did have some rebukes for Jasmine Crockett that I wanted to share with you guys.
I hate to be the friend who's too woke right now, but I fear I must. Jasmine Crockett is currently under fire for calling Greg Abbott Hot Wheels, because, he's in a wheelchair type shit. Let me tell you why I don't agree with her joke. And to be honest, it's not even for the reason you might think. Is the joke ableist? Yes. Do I necessarily care that somebody was being ableist to somebody who is literally a bigot and is trying to strip away people's rights? Well, no.
The fact that people can say stuff like this. When has Governor Greg Abbott ever been a bigot? Like, that shouldn't even be said on the internet, I can't even think of the word right now, but it just shouldn't be said. I wish I could think. It's on the tip of my tongue. I just can't think of it. But it's just, wow. Like, this is just not appropriate. And to think that Black women are praising Jasmine Crockett's behavior like it's just the best thing since, I don't know, pumpkin pie is unacceptable.
I think Jasmine specifically has taken her bleach, butch, blonde, built, whatever moment and is stretching it. And any chance she gets in front of a microphone, she is trying to have those sound bites. And I think
that's what I agree with her on. Jasmine Crockett had a moment back when her and what is that lady's name? Marjorie Taylor Greene. When her and Marjorie Taylor Greene got into it, and Marjorie Taylor Greene came after her appearance.
What you're here for?
Well, you the one talking about.
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No, ain't nothing.
Hold on.
Listen.
Order.
I do have a point of order, and I would like to move to take down Ms. Green's words. That is absolutely unacceptable. How dare you attack the physical appearance of another person?
Are your feelings hurt?
Her words down.
Aw.
Oh, girl, baby girl.
Oh, really?
Don't even play.
Baby girl? I don't think
we are going to move, and we're going to take your words down.
I second that motion.
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
Chairman, I make a motion to strike those words.
I don't think that's
Hold
a
on.
I'm
parliament.
trying to find clarification on what qualifies.
Chairman, motion to
I had
strike
no
those
idea
words.
what you just said.
We're not gonna do this. Look, you guys earlier literally just
You just voted to do
Y'all did
it.
it first, so you don't want to talk about it.
Voted to do it.
Order.
I'm trying to get
Okay.
clarification.
Look at calm down. Calm
No,
down.
because this
I
is
would
what
like
y'all
to get through
do.
proceedings.
So I'm trying
Hey,
to get
Miss
clarification.
Crockett, you're not
Y'all wanna
recognized.
play-
You know, Jasmine basically became known because of that moment with Marjorie Taylor Greene. And so what she has done is she has taken that moment and she has ran with it. And she's trying to make multiple moments now. She wants a clickbait reaction type situation, or I don't even think clickbait is the right word, but she wants that sort of internet reaction, which is just not good.
Point, it's really just performative, dare I say. And I'm not trying to down on this Black woman politician who is probably doing everything she can when she's working to make sure that we have our rights. But I'm always call a spade. And I know performativeness when I...
Jasmine Crockett is not working to make sure that you all have your rights. That's not what Jasmine Crockett is doing. And I'm going to show you later where she even admits that she's not working on anything. Okay? So I'm not sure where this is coming from, that Jasmine Crockett is actually doing something, because she's not. And later in this video, this same woman even says, Jasmine Crockett, what are you actually doing? Because she's not accomplishing anything except trying to build her TikTok audience and her Facebook audience, probably Instagram as well. So I'm not sure why we're even saying that. It's just like, make it make sense.
Sister, I do. Because what are you really doing? Other than egging on the bullshit that's going on with Congress. One thing I'm always going to say is I think that we don't need to be overly nice to these Republicans, right? I'm not sitting here.
This is where she goes even more off the rails.
Trying to say we need to have respectability politics. I'm not saying that we need to, just be buddy-buddy with them and be like, oh, we're just going to turn the other cheek. We just need to be the bigger people. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is you getting on the podium and insulting things that they cannot help about themselves isn't doing anything.
Yeah, and here's the thing, is how I was raised is don't make fun of somebody who can't change something about themselves in 5 seconds or less. Okay? Now, Jasmine, when people are talking about your eyelashes, you can rip those off because those aren't your real eyelashes. Okay? We know those are fake. I'm just saying. But we know that Governor Greg Abbott, we know he is in a wheelchair and he can't change that. So for you to sit here and laugh at him and think that you're all cute and all that stuff, you're not, ma'am. You're not. And that's the thing, is maybe you need to face yourself really in the mirror to see what you really look like and what you really have going on, instead of trying to make fun of somebody who can't change their appearance as far as what's going on with them in their body.
Insult them. If you're going to snap on them on the microphone, snap on them about some shit that they're actually doing that is actually affecting the community.
And I want to apologize for the language here, because she uses a lot of expletives and is very disrespectful throughout this video. So I do want to apologize for the language. But I do want to say that when people insult other people, a lot of times that has to do with their own insecurities, and also has to do with the fact that they're trying to fit in, which is what it seems like is happening with Jasmine Crockett. Just focus on the policies. It's one thing to take a little, try to get a little bit of a reaction out of people, say something a little bit funny, which I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I mean, I did make fun of your eyelashes, saying, butterfly eyelashes yesterday. But to be honest, I could leave that out and everything I said would still make sense. So it's just kind of like, at the end of the day, you shouldn't be, just stop. You're a politician. Like, it's not even cute. And it's not getting you the popularity that you actually want, the right popularity. You want to make sure that you're doing things that are actually going to be impactful and meaningful, not going around being ugly, because that's not cute, honey. And it's not going to last long. It's not. It makes you look silly.
You give them something. Why would you give them something? I'm just saying we got a long 4 years ahead of us, and I need y'all to tighten up.
She made some good points. Okay? Like, I'll leave it at that. Anyways, so I found this clip on Fox News where Kayleigh McEnany is about to expose Jasmine Crockett. Okay? And this clip is titled, "Crockett Delivers Jaw-Dropping Insult Targeting Gavin," or why do I keep saying Gavin? Governor Abbott. And let's go ahead and hear what Kayleigh has to say.
Political philosophy and legislative ideas. She even admits she doesn't have those. Listen. I'm listening, I swear. Okay, we don't have it, Carly, but I have it in front of me.
Yeah.
So she says this. She says on a Lone Star Politics interview, I should probably be a better politician and tell you, yes, we've got all this amazing legislation, and I can absolutely imagine Donald Trump signing it into law. Not going to lie, I think right now it's about preserving our basics and getting back to some norms. She goes on, no ideas, but she wants to preserve
She says,
norms.
right now, I could tell you that, unfortunately, I'm not working towards very much.
Yeah.
That's the next line that she says.
I think we noticed.
And I also want to...
Y'all, to the Democrats out there supporting Jasmine Crockett and you're praising her, oh, go Jasmine, look at you, reading them their rights. Ooh, y'all, look at how Jasmine Crockett ate them up and all this stuff. Look at this. Jasmine Crockett ain't doing nothing, honey. And she has already told you she is not working toward anything except building her TikTok following and her Instagram and maybe Facebook. But she seems to... anyways, I'll leave it at that on that comment. But I think that it's important to focus on the policies. If your ideas are so good, share those ideas. But obviously you don't have ideas to share. And that's why you resulted to insults and name calling, which is so unnecessary. And this is exactly why the Democrat Party is losing. This is exactly why nobody voted for them in 2024. This is exactly why they're going to lose in 2026. Because they have lost touch with the people. They don't know what people want. They don't care what the people want. They don't care what actually is going to boost the economy and actually going to help people get to where they need to go. They care about these photo ops, their TikTok, their Instagram, and their Facebook following. That's what they care about. Because what politician will waste their breath attacking a governor who can't even change something about himself in order to get somewhere? That doesn't make you look better, ma'am. See, she's trying to pull what she thinks is a President Trump, but something about President Trump is when he's talking about somebody, he is telling the truth about them. And that's why President Trump is actually impactful. You, ma'am, you're just over here just insulting people. So you missed the assignment. Just so you know. Just so you know, Jasmine Crockett. You missed the assignment, honey. So I want to go ahead and move on to Gavin. Y'all, if I say Gavin one more time. If I say Gavin one more time, make sure to hit the like button. Because I keep saying Gavin. Okay? Anyways, okay, so I did want to point out before we get to Governor Abbott's response, I want to point out that Jasmine Crockett did respond to the outrage about what she said. This is what she said. I wasn't thinking about the governor's condition. I was thinking about the planes, trains, and automobiles he used to transfer migrants into communities led by black mayors, deliberately stroking tension and fear amongst the most vulnerable. Literally, the next line I said was that he was a mess, referencing his terrible policies. At no point did I mention or allude to his condition. Ma'am, nobody's falling for that. We already know. We knew exactly what you were talking about. So stop over here trying to make it seem like the American people are stupid. We know what you said, and we understand what you meant. You wouldn't, if you were talking about, let's say, another governor that you may not like, or another person you may not like. Let's say if you were talking about Elon Musk, you wouldn't say something like, Elon Musk, Elon Musk, the owner of Tesla, and the Hot Wheels man or something. You wouldn't even think about anything related to wheels when it came to Elon Musk, because Elon Musk is not in a wheelchair. However, Governor Abbott is in a wheelchair. So therefore, you were definitely taking a jab at Governor Abbott. Stop acting like we're kindergartners here. We understand what you were saying. So take accountability and apologize. Should Jasmine Crockett apologize? Yes, she should apologize. That is poor leadership right there. You went too far. And that's the thing is I believe that as soon as she said it, she knew she went too far. I could tell in her face, she knew she went too far, but she went ahead and tried to continue on with the joke. That's when you should have stopped yourself and took accountability and said, you know what? Some things go too far. Let me rewind. Let me back myself up. Instead, you pushed harder and harder, Jasmine. That's where you went wrong. And that's why eventually you're going to be voted out, because people don't put up with this stuff for long. You may be being popular right now, but I doubt that'll last. All right, so now let's go ahead and move on to Governor Abbott's response. He responds to the Hot Wheels insult, and let's hear what he has to say.
Texas, you had an accident at 26, and you were jogging, and you had a very severe injury. And yes, you are in a wheelchair. And I've gotten to know you. You're a personal friend of mine. I take it personally when friends of mine are attacked viciously for no reason. And there's no way in hell that this woman and her ex-post is going to convince me she meant anything other than what we all believe it to be.
Yeah.
Your reaction?
Well, Sean, is another day and another disaster by the Democrats. The reality is they have no vision, no.
The thing is Jasmine Crockett is just doing whatever she can to stay relevant. And it's just so not cute. Her own party doesn't even support this. Her own people see what she's doing. They know that she's doing this to get reactions, that she's doing it to stay relevant. And it's not a good look. Focus on actually bettering your policies so people can be known for your good work.
They have nothing to sell but hate, and Americans are not buying it. It's one reason why Texas is going to remain red and why Republicans are going to continue to win elections across the country. The fact, Sean, is that Texas is actually in direct contrast to what she was talking about. Texas has ranked number one for the most new jobs in America over the past month, number one for the most new jobs over the past.
Just because somebody is the loudest in the room doesn't mean that they're right. Let that sink in. Just because somebody gives the most amount of insults doesn't mean that they're right.
For several years, Texas ranks number one for the most new economic development projects for 13 years in a row. CEOs who run businesses have ranked Texas the best state for doing business for 20 years in a row. And Texas is in the vanguard as it concerns the future of the United States, such as space exploration, such as artificial intelligence, such as semiconductors as well.
Oh, I thought she was married. Why does it say miss? Let me look and see if she's married. Y'all, please let me know, is Jasmine Crockett married? Because I thought she was married, But I just looked it up and she appears to not be married. So I'm confused. Y'all let me know in the comment section, is Jasmine Crockett married?
Exploration, such as artificial intelligence, such as semiconductors, as well as power generation. The bottom line is that Republican states like Texas are leading the way, and with comments like this by Democrats, we will just leave them in the dust in future elections.
And by the way, when the next census comes, Texas, I'm sure, will pick up a lot of extra congressional districts, which would be great for Republicans. Let me ask you.
Oh my gosh. Governor Abbott is handling this so well. Obviously he is not showing much emotion as far as he's not saying, oh, that hurt my feelings or whatever, but that's insulting to someone. So I think that he's trying to be strong and he's handling this the best way that he can, which is to focus on the policies and the issues where conservatives are winning. And I commend him for that, but I will be upset for him. I think that Jasmine Crockett went too far here, and I think that time will tell as far as how long she stays in the political spotlight.
I love the idea of abolishing the Department of Education because I believe.
Okay, so now Sean Hannity and Governor Abbott are about to start talking about a whole nother topic. Let me know what you think in the comment section about this whole Jasmine Crockett situation. I think that she should apologize. You know, I think that she went too far. We know that her excuse for why she said what she said is totally not true. It's a drawn out lie. And she just needs to apologize and respect the governor of her state, Governor Abbott. So let me know what you think in the comment section. Should Jasmine Crockett apologize for being very disrespectful? I want to hear your thoughts. Thank you for your love and support, and you'll hear from me soon.